Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cover Vet Chat. And this time around, it's our Christmas special. For this Christmas special, I want to take you up north, very far north. When I say very far, I mean beyond the polar circle, to northern Finland, where one of our colleagues, Markus Kiili, lives. And Markus is not only a member of our profession, he also has a very special hobby, which I think might, in this in the most common sense of the meaning of the word, will brighten up and light up your Christmas this year. So welcome and hello to Markus Kiili. Hi, Markus.
Thank you. Welcome. Hello. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. So that looks nice and cozy where you are. So tell us, how far north of the polar circle are you?
About 150 kilometers north from Polar Circle. I'm living at Agaslompolo. It's a small village. Actually, it's the biggest tourist destination in Finland, a
Okay.
skiing center. But there is about 600 local people living here, and a lot of huskies.
And a lot of huskies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but are you originally from this area or did you move up north?
I married to here. So my
Okay.
wife is from here and her family is from here. But I'm from Espoo, which is a neighbor city of Helsinki.
On
So quite,
Helsinki.
yeah, it's about 1,000 kilometers from my parents'
That's
house now.
that's the thing. So you're a southerner. So you're half
Yeah.
Mediterranean.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
That's great.
But
So
never go back. I love this.
yeah,
I love to live here.
yeah. I had the great chance, both in the winter and in the summer, to work in northern Scandinavia, and I very much know what you mean. Sort of, we are talking about the light, but we are also talking about the freedoms you have in this part of the world. Yes, there are not so many people over there, but then you have possibly opportunities for an outdoor life, which I think everybody else who is interested in in outdoor lives, in hiking, in hunting, for example, will be very envious about, I would assume.
Yeah, actually, I'm living in halfway up to the fell, so that
Mm.
if I want to go hiking, I just um, it's about 10 meters to forest from my home door, and that's it. And also the 300 kilometers cross country skiing tracks, they start just 50 meters from our home.
I'm
But
coming.
I don't ski.
I'm coming. This is fantastic. Um,
Um,
uh, Life as a small animal veterinary surgeon up north, in how far would you say is that different from that in Helsinki or further south in Europe? Are there any sort of
um,
specific conditions that you treat more commonly?
um, I think that the biggest difference is that there is a lot of huskies. So, for example, there is about 6,000 huskies on my area. So
600 people and 6,000 huskies.
yeah. On the same area where is 6,000 huskies, there is about 8,000 people. So that everybody are willing to drive a long way to the vet. So I have clients who drive 300 kilometers when they come to me.
Yep, yep.
So that's maybe the main difference. And when they drive a long distance, then you, of course, would like to do everything what you can on the same days.
Yeah.
It's not a possibility that you say that, okay, let's do this today, and oh no, we don't have time. Come tomorrow again. So we do everything what we can on the same time. Another important difference is that there is not so many clients.
Mm.
So there can't be so much specialization, and quite often is so that I can do something, and then I refer the dog to the clinic, and the next referral clinic is about 350 kilometers from my place, so that it can be possible that they drive 700 kilometers for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
veterinarian.
I worked last summer in Falun in Sweden, and it always worried me. One of the first questions I always ask, because then my treatment suggestions depended a little bit on the distance people were traveling, because as you said, I mean, you try to do as much as possible in one visit, because they can't come every day or every second day for follow-up injection or something like that.
Yeah.
So then I had to be aware of that. So then some of the clients said, well, I'm coming 15 miles. So which initially doesn't sound very much, but in Sweden, I don't know if that's the same in Finland. The Nordic mile, at least sort of in
Yeah, it's
Norway,
in
Finland,
Sweden.
is
Yeah,
10 kilometers to
yeah,
the mile.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. That's a Swedish mile.
yeah, so they were
Yeah,
coming
we don't use
100,
those.
150 kilometers one way. And
Yeah,
then for sometimes fairly, I would say, I mean, as a British vet, I would say for fairly sort of yeah, undramatic conditions, a cat with cystitis or something like that. So then you think what sort of effort the people make actually to go to the vet. So they have been
yeah,
driving
but
for two
you
to
need
three
to
hours.
also remember that 100 kilometer here or 100 kilometer or 20 kilometer in Helsinki, it takes about the same time,
Yeah,
because you can drive 100 kilometers per hour all the time, and there is nothing which stops you. It's I normally calculate if I have 100 kilometer distance, then it's 1 hour,
yeah.
and that's a big difference here, because there is not so much traffic, so you can drive a bit faster, and it's also allowed.
That is okay, okay, because I
Yeah,
found
because
that the speed restrictions are then also sometimes so crippling.
yeah, but the speed limit seems they are totally different in Lapland and southern Finland. In the
Mm,
same looking road, we have 100 kilometers per hour, and in the southern Finland it's 80 kilometers
yeah.
or 60. But
So
it's because there is no traffic.
yeah. So with the huskies, what are very common conditions veterinarians see?
Wounds, wounds, and especially biting wounds on the summer.
Mm,
On the winter times there is almost nothing.
mm,
When they do their job and everything is in a normal order, everything goes fine. But in the summer, when it's hot on the daytime, they can't run with them on a daytime because it's too hot, and on a nighttime it's cold, and when they have not been running, then they have a lot of energy, and when
mm.
they have a lot of energy and nothing to do, then they start to fight with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So most uh, when the weather goes warm, then we will get wounds from the
Mm,
huskies. And then there is of course the normal stuff of vaccination and sterilization, castration,
mm,
and
mm.
but actually they are very healthy, very healthy dogs. They're
I
not
think
not
I
not
think
much big problems.
I think you can't ask for better patients if you look at it from a cardiovascular point of view. It must be in anesthetist's heaven, actually, sort of,
Yeah.
because these are all athletes you are treating, long distance
Yeah,
runners.
yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, the anesthetic said that it's really nice, and we any if I compare these the dog breeds with people have here and what they have, I have been living and working also in the southern Finland. It's totally different. We There is no brachycephalic dogs here. most of the dogs they are something between 20 to 30 kilos, so that they are standard dogs, and it's really quite healthy dogs. Most of them they are for hunting, or then they are huskies,
Yeah.
and then or otherwise they have reindeer herding dogs, and that's kind of.
What I
And
also
most of
found, yes,
clients
sorry.
have many of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And I found most of the people that bring these dogs to the practice to start with, these are usually well balanced dogs. They have been out and about. They are very active, so they are not neurotic. You can't use a dog with behavioral problems if you have a sledging team. And then the
yeah,
owners, they are usually very, very good. They know their dogs in and out. And if you ask them, yes, can you please hold on to your dog? You know, they definitely hold
yeah,
on to the dog. And or they will say, no, with this one, we have to be a little bit careful. He's a little bit on the funny side.
yeah,
So we
exactly.
better take
Yeah.
precautions also. It's quite good. How is that with cats? Do you see a lot of cats up there in the north?
Yes, in my house we have 6.
Oh, okay.
but but most not so many, not so many. There in our village there is quite many cats, but if I go to the just 20 kilometers to other village, there is none. So cat
Hmm.
it's not very common pet in at least in the Western Lapland. We are saying that there is a cat hate. If you go to the farm, you will not see a cat, and
Okay.
in a very it's very big part of this Western Lapland. They don't like cats, but I don't know why. But
Hmm.
most of the cats they are owned by the people who have moved here from
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah. I was last summer. I was in Canada and spoke to one of our colleagues over there, and I said, "Okay, how is that? The cats, dogs?" And she said, "Yeah, we have quite a few cats." And I said, "So, and do they have a lot of problems with cat bites or so?" And she said, "Whoa, no, not at all. They are not going outside." And I said, "Why? Why are they not going outside?" They get eaten. They get what? Oh, no. So, but they have up there. They have foxes. They have wolves. They have other larger predators that takes the cats out. Mhm.
Yeah,
And also if you get lost as a cat, it was dangerous. So I thought, wow, hey, so.
we have also foxes and also the golden eagle, but I have never heard that there was have been a missing cats. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have a lot
our
of
cats they
foxes.
actually from behind from the window they goes in and out all the time.
So yeah, 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 yeah. No, I mean in the UK we have lots of foxes.
Yeah,
I often owners suspect that the cats have been attacked by fox, but whatever you see, sort of it's only cat bite, cat bite, cat bite. I cannot never definitely identify the fox bite. Mm.
yeah.
Well, so when you're not working as a veterinary surgeon, you have a very special hobby I would like to talk with you about, and that is something you would possibly struggle to to pursue this hobby in Helsinki, but where you are, obviously, that is a fantastic place and that is the aurora borealis. As I understand, you are a very keen photographer, and you have taken a lot of amazing images of the aurora borealis. As far as I understand, they are so good. You had also some of them reproduced in National Geographic. Is that correct?
There was one in a but it's only was only in a online paper, not
Yeah.
not 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 the official paper printed one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So we will play in some of Markus's images, and we hope that you will enjoy them. Tell me about the taking these images. I think we all have tried. doing night photography with our smartphones. And I mean, at least I'm always disappointed about the results. I have now a newer smartphone. The images are somewhat better, but I find things like, for example, the moon, which might appear so huge on the sky, when you take an image of it, you're actually disappointed because it's actually still very tiny. So I think it's our perception of the moon that is maybe much bigger. But then also with the aurora borealis, sort of, can you can you talk a little bit about the technical aspects to take these images?
Mm, yeah, the most important thing is that you use a tripod. It's
Mm,
just that your camera will stay still. Nowadays, the new phones you can get the decent photos. I've
mm,
seen,
mm,
but if you really want to get a good ones, which if you want to make so good that you can print it to the wall, then you need to have a camera,
mm,
and or the cameras which have manual settings uh, do the job, and then you will need a wide angle lens so that you will
mm,
get a, big enough part of the sky to the same photo.
mm, mm, mm,
Normally, it when I take the Northern Light photos, it's exposure time is something from the 1 to 15 seconds, so quite a long time. You can't
mm.
keep in your hands and
No.
hope that
Mm,
it stays still and what could I say? It's quite many things which you need to remember when you take it,
yeah.
and then it's a totally different thing when you take a video.
Yeah.
The one important thing is of course the focusing, that you should focus so that the stars that they are sharp, because if
Mm,
they are not sharp they look like big white balls in a sky, and then everybody are looking for those white weird looking balls and not the auroras.
mm,
And most important thing is that you need to have those auroras.
mm. Yeah,
If you,
obviously, yeah.
uh, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. If you think those really good looking photos where it's a really bright northern lights there, uh, they are mostly they are that kind of that I have spent there about 6 hours outside, and then there is 30-second or 60-second moment when they are really bright, and then I have took those photos.
Okay. How do you keep warm when you are outside? So you need a big thermos flask with a lot of gluck.
You just have a warm clothes, and that's it. Eh,
Yeah.
it's not a problem. It's never a problem that it's too cold. You can always put more clothes on you. If
Mm,
the warm, it if it's warm, then it's terrible because
yeah.
you can't. If you have lost everything, then there's nothing to do.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. That's probably
Yeah,
true. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
But I would say that -30 is not a problem to stay several hours outside if you have proper clothes.
That's the thing. Proper clothes, and it's more dry cold. I think not such a damp
Yeah,
cold. Mm,
yeah,
mm,
yeah. Because when I was studying at Helsinki, I still remember I live in a just near the sea, and one evening it was -20 and sea was not frozen yet, and there was a wind from the sea, and it's -20, and that was the coldest which I have felt ever. Here in Lapland, when it had been 45, then it's -45. It's nothing to compare that.
mm,
Because
mm,
if
mm.
when it's dry and cold, it's not so bad.
Yeah, yeah. So Christmas, how do people celebrate Christmas up where you are? I mean, this is where everybody says Santa Claus is coming from. So
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Santa
It
Claus coming to visit the children up in
yeah.
northern
It's very
Finland?
yeah. Of course, and actually there's plenty of them. but really, there is only one who lives at the Korvatunturi. Yeah,
Mm,
it's at the eastern Lapland.
Mm.
We are actually Hanna, which you know,
Mm.
Hanna Nurmi from. She's also from Lapland. She's living
Yep.
in a town where the it's an official place where the Santa Claus lives too.
Please send her my regards. Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I will.
How, when do the children in northern Finland get their presents? Is it on the 24th or in the
24th
evening or
evening.
25th?
Yeah, 24th
Mhm.
evening. Yeah, because Santa Claus doesn't have time to give them for everyone on same day, and because in the States they have the 25th, then there is more time to give those presents.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good. Good. Markus, I don't want to keep you much longer. Thank you very much for joining us for this Christmas special. I think we close this section of the Fekava Vet Chat with a few more images by Markus Kiili of the Northern Lights, of the Aurora Borealis. If you have any questions about this episode or any other episodes of Fekava Vet Chat, you can email us on vetchat@fekava.org. And obviously, you can also contact us via our social media presence. Thank you very much again for being with us. Thank you very much, Markus Kiili, for this interview. And to all of you, wherever you are, have a Merry Christmas and a peaceful and happy New Year.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas for everyone.